Hello. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. I had a big weekend, as you all know, and we got in late last night, and I stayed up and unpacked everything. I have a table full of goodies, and I'm excited to share with you what all I found. So I know I didn't go live at the antique market. We were in Springfield, Ohio at the, I was gonna say the Country Living Fair. No, they didn't have that this year. We were at Springfield at the Antique Extravaganza, myself and my friend Julie and Sherry, and we had a great time. And we did a couple impulsive buys, maybe on my part, but all in all, it was a great trip and exhausting. You do a lot of walking. I think we did 12,000, almost 13,000 steps both days. So I had my watch on, so I wanted to check and see how much walking we do. We did a lot of walking. Anyway, so let's get started. Let me show you what I found. I know you guys a lot of times get inspiration from what I found or from what I find, and I had a lot of messages. It was so nice of you guys. Like, I can't wait to see what you got. So I don't do this like to be braggy or whatever. I have an antique booth. I have a website that I sell on. I do a lot of crafting, and then of course I'm a collector. So when you put all of these things together, I have a lot of reasons for buying different things. So, but most of all, when I come on here, it's to inspire you guys that maybe you have these things in your barn or in the garage, or your grandpa has them or your dad has them or whatever, and you might have these treasures and you don't even realize it. And so for you to see it through the eyes of someone else and what they might have in mind for it, because I heard that all weekend, like, oh, I have one of those, I could make that. And like, it's just, we all have the things, we just need the inspiration. So anyway, first thing, this is probably as stupid. This was one of my regretful buys. Like, I kept thinking, why did I give him $20 for these? I hope my husband's not watching. He's riding home right now, so he could possibly be watching. But I bought this. It's a nautical. We used to have a boat. My life dream is to live on a lake somewhere. Probably never going to... hopefully I won't start out where I'm going to end up because they're so expensive to have a house on the lake. But I always gravitate towards nautical things. We had a boat for years and great friends that we boated with, and all of our kids like had all the time together. So you're going to find that I got a lot of nautical things for my, my fantasy that someday I might be able to live. Anyway, these are boat oars, not boat oars. These are it would be drilled into the side of the boat, tacked on, screwed in, and then the oars would go in this. So that's a boat oar holder. And there's two of them. And this one has the hardware with it. Like, typically you can find these pretty easily. I've done them in my vintage bottles. I've put them in as a topper because I wanted a nautical bottle. So that's what these are. And my thought was, I have some oars at home, not very many. I think I have one full set, and then I have two regular oars and one little tiny oar. That's so cute. And I decorate, let me show you. So here's one I took off my basement wall. It's old, crusty, rusty. I've had this one forever. It had the metal on the tip. I loved that. And so my vision, though, was to put it on the top of the oar to hang down. So these hang on my wall. This hangs on my wall. And so that adds something for this whole length of the oar, and I think it looks really great. So if you think about it from a decorative standpoint, it kind of makes more sense, I think. Oh, there's one girl said thank you. I just got a text message from someone. I told her I was going to be doing this video soon, and she just said thank you. She doesn't know I'm on yet. She'll find me. That's Vonnie. So, okay, so this is one thing that I purchased and why. Okay, that's one and why. So let me keep on going. Whoops, hopefully that won't fall. Okay, a favorite thing that I found after the show, and we were in Springfield, Ohio at the fairgrounds. There she is. Hey, Vonnie, I see you just jumped on. So you only missed one item. So you only have to catch one item in the replay, and then you'll be all caught up. So I bought this. I just couldn't believe it. I love the wood on it, first of all, and I love that it's a purposeful piece. It's interesting conversation piece, right? Well, it says, if you really look here, it says registered U.S. Patent Office, and it says Humpty Dumpty Egg Co. 1903. It's an egg basket. The bottom comes out, the bottom, I don't know. Oh, it slides out. And I don't know how it worked. I have to research it, how it worked exactly. But the bottom is loose. Maybe it's not supposed to be. I was thinking, I really just got this thing. So, no, it's just loose. So it's okay. But there's little metal pins. But I love that it says Humpty Dumpty on it. It's as big as you please. Like the writing is, look how great. I know it's backwards for you guys, but isn't that great? I never saw anything like this before, and I absolutely love it. So, the girls I was with are like, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that. I have no plans. It may not be fabulous. The box itself is fabulous. It could easily, go up on a high cabinet. I don't have a lot of big furniture, so it might be something that'll be fabulous someday, and maybe not right now, but I absolutely love this. Did not find much handmade lace at all. I'm always on the lookout for it. I did find some, so when you guys are ready to do your bottles, and if you're looking for some, I still have quite a bit left. I know a lot of you have already bought some from me, but I'm always looking for lace. The best piece that I found, and I should have written down what this was, but I did find this old collar, and it's all handmade, and I can't even remember what country she said it was from, but she knew it. She called it, I want to say it was a stringing crochet. It was something about stringing. I don't know. But it was all hand done because I wanted to cut it up and put it on bottles. And that lady says, well, I don't care what you do with it, but I probably wouldn't cut it up. It's too nice. So I don't know what I'll do with it, but I did buy it just because it was so unique. But even if I just fill this thing full of all of my lace instead of having it stuffed in a drawer, it might be pretty. I don't know. I don't have any plans for it. I'm just going to love it for a minute. Look at it and love it. So I found this pan. This is an old scale pan, and it was just a pan, but I thought how cool to put old buttons in for a displayer piece. I thought you could put, pine cones or pumpkins in the fall. You could do Christmas bulbs. You could do all the Halloween things, or you could do Valentine hearts or whatever. But I thought it was a neat look. I love that it was black. So I snatched this scale pan up. And then if you remember one of my other recent trips, I was looking at this black book, and I really, really liked it, and I didn't want to pay that much for it, so I put it back. And then my friend Julie was like really looking at it. She's like, are you sure you don't want to get this because it's so pretty? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't really need it. And it was too much. So we put it back on the shelf, and then I happened to recognize that it said Ohio, which is where I'm from. So I grabbed it, and I said, I am going to get it. It says Ohio, and she collects Ohio books too. So she's like, oh my gosh. And it says 1895 on it. It's backwards. I know it's backwards for you guys. So I went ahead and got it. I got home. I went to see how, because I knew it would stack really well with my Ohio book that I already had. It's a match. It is a perfect match. The year is different and the name down here is different, but they are gonna sit. I can't wait to send Julie a picture today of how well, like they're identical. So I'm gonna have to research them and see what I even have. I don't even know what I have, but I just knew it said Ohio. It was very pretty writing, so I grabbed it. I only found one bottle that I wanted to mess with. We pull our buggies through the gravel and dust and dirt and stuff, but mostly through the gravel, so they're bouncing all the time, and I just didn't want to take the chance on bottles breaking. But those of you that know me know that I love these old bottles, and this one's already labeled up, so I won't do a lot of decorating. I'll have to come up with like a really fantastic top for it, and then I'll probably use the seam binding since it's such a dainty little bottle. So I'll have that. And then I found some toppers for us. Let me see here. I have a ton of antique bottle toppers, and I'm gonna do my bottle video, another one this week, I promise. So Monday night is full. I have a huge day Monday. We're doing some painting at a house and changing the ladies' decor to fall. And then I'm gonna go see my mom after that because this lady's pretty close to my mom. So I'll be busy on Monday, but we'll see what the rest, I haven't even looked at my calendar to see what the rest of the week brings. I know I have a wedding next weekend, but yeah, well, I promise I'll make some bottles with you. So this was the first topper that I found, and it's red. Can you, yeah, you can see the red. It's a lamp finial, but I thought it would be beautiful. I thought, let me see here. I thought it was gonna be on this bottle, but it doesn't sit down inside. It's too big, so it won't fit. So, but I thought the gold and the red was great, and the bottle was wrapped and buried, but it might be, I think it would be gorgeous on there. So maybe I could set a washer on here. Maybe my husband can rig up something to make it stable for the glue to set up. Once the glue sets up, it'll be fine. But I love this, and I thought that's just beautiful. It would be pretty with red decor at Christmas time or whatever. I found a super awesome Chippy lamp finial. We always love those on our bottles. I found more of the, I think they're some sort of, it's a valve. I'm just gonna call it a valve. Oh, this one doesn't move. Let's see if this one moves. Yeah, this one doesn't move either. But what I did, or what I like to do, what I've done in the past, let's say that, is put it on the bottle top, and you guys will have to see what I'm gonna do with these bottles. But then I added a button over here, a gold button, and it looked really great. So I've started buying these things again for the bottle tops because they're awesome. So I bought, what did I get? I got 2 brass ones, and then this kind of crusty one, which I know you guys always like that, like I do. And then I found one that was a little bit bigger for a little bit bigger bottle, and it's threaded on the end, so it kind of like that textury look. And then this one for me, this one's my favorite. I'm probably gonna keep this one, you guys, so you won't be seeing this one on the website. But it fits really nicely on this bottle. It's just not the right look for this bottle, but I know it's gonna look really great. All of this will be covered with ribbon, and we'll add all of our little charms, and not charms, but you know, things like I do. So it's gonna be beautiful for sure. I guarantee it's gonna be beautiful. So I found, so anyway, that was some of my crafting stuff that I got. Some for you guys, some for me. So, one for me, the rest for you. So I got these pictures. I thought they were really cool. I love the old, it's all on old wood. You guys could make these if you're ever so talented enough. But they put a board on the back, and then they attach the old trim work. It's very dry. It's gonna chip more probably, but they put an old piece of hardware on it. And then I got a second one, and I thought they went really well together. So I did get these. I'm gonna try around the house, see if I want to have them for a while, or I may sell them. What I usually do, what I've been doing is if you guys message me and say, I really wanna have that, I'll put your name on the back and your number, and I'll message you when I'm tired of it someday or when I find something different. But at the same booth, I found this, and it was awesome. It's a shelf. So this is a trim piece, and then they put some old hardware on it, and then they used an old piece of wood for the shelf on the top. And I mean, the wood's rough. It's you know, it's kind of rough. It's not perfect, but that's why I love it. And then I thought, how cute to hang necklaces off of, because there's a knob. I don't know if you can see, but there's a knob on this, and this has a hook, and then this has a hook. I used to hang things on these at my store all the time. I bought all this kind of hardware and just mounted it right to the wall, or we had some jewelry racks that we mounted it on, and it worked out really great. So I got that shelf. I'll be putting that shelf online, I'm sure. There wasn't anywhere for me to use that, but it would be a great displayer. For sure. Okay, the next thing that I found is oh, I love this old paper cutter. Look how cool it is. And it's got the black cutter on it, but it's small. Look how little it is. It's got a measure here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 inches. So it's 8 inches plus this hardware. So it's just a little mini. I haven't touched it. I haven't tried to clean it up or anything. Like I said, I got home late last night, and I tried to remember, you know, what did I pay for everything? But I definitely thought this was a beauty. I might take this to the antique mall. just because it's, you know, with this heavy iron cutter, it's a little heavy for shipping probably. I don't know, but I thought that was, I had to have that. So there's that. If I had an office, like I have an office, but it's full. It's got chocolate, it's very full. So I don't think I can keep it. I don't think I have anywhere to put it, but I had to have it for a minute, at least say it was mine. Do some styling, get some pictures with it, you know, that sort of thing, and then we'll sell it. I found a big piece of ironstone. It's a big platter. I have one gal that asked me to watch for some pictures, and I have, yes, Vonnie, I see, I knew that was Vonnie, and I can't even see the name. Yep, it was Vonnie. I used those in school too. I remember standing in the office, chopping paper. Yes, me too. It's probably why I like it so much, but it's a lot smaller. The one at school was big and green and silver, and it wasn't pretty. That one's really old. It's really old. So I got a big ironstone platter. You know, ironstone is not always perfect. I don't know if you can see any of the little, there's some divots and dots and stuff in it, which is what we like. There, you can see that one. I'll see if I can get up close. But there's another. Ironstone is very heavy. There's a lot of white reproduction sort of pieces out there, and the thing is, ironstone is always stamped differently on the back. So ironstone comes from all over everywhere. This one is a China. It's got the made in China. Let's see, what does it say? Ironstone China, James Edwards. But anyway, the thing about ironstone that we have learned is that it's very heavy. A lot of times it can be super cracked and crazed. When you see the little really fine lines in pottery, it's called crazing. And we love that as collectors. We like the nice pieces, but we love those interesting crazing finishes to be with. I wish I had my vase. I don't know where it is. Where I go grab it. I have a vase I was lucky to get at Farmhouse Frocks up in Millersburg, and it's really crazed and really stained, and it would look great. Like if I prop this behind that picture, they both are this whitish, creamy, but it would really pop. Each piece would look separate and not like one big white blob. But so I got that platter. I love it. It's like, I think it was 18 inches. I think I measured it last night. It was 18 inches by maybe 9 inches. It's big. Okay, another funny thing that I got, I always can envision, like, so I've got all these bingo cards. I don't know if I've sent those to Danita yet to put online. But I know I've posted some pictures for sure on Instagram. I think I posted one here. I post pictures every day on Instagram. If you guys want to see things, that's probably the better place to be. And then I do little stories. The stories only last 24 hours. I do stories a lot over there, just of silly things. I bought a bunch of coxcomb from the show, and this morning I showed how I cut it up and how I tucked it in my greenery. I'll take you guys out there, but usually the Facebook videos are like a little longer and drawn out. And what I like about the Instagram is they're like, you know, a minute and you're done. So, but then you can add on, but you don't want to keep you know, you have to, I don't know, it's a little more complicated than this. This, you just push the button and go. So I like it over here for that reason when I'm doing something big like this. Haven't quite mastered Instagram. I know a lot of people do, but I'm still learning. Anyway, I found these fan blades, and I thought, how awesome, just tucked in your decor. Of course, I don't have much room here. I already got my own tuckers, but just like stuck in. I got you guys too far back to see, but I think they're really, really awesome. I love, love, love this one with all of the patina on it. This one doesn't have as much action to it, so you can see the difference, how the one would catch the light a little bit more than the other. But I love the fan blades. I thought they were a great decor like backdrops, or just interesting, you know, like when you do your dough bowls or your centerpieces and you tuck those little things. Like, I wish I could show you. I found this really, you know, I love rolling pins, and I have several. There are a couple, maybe 3 or 4 online, just because I was getting too many. But I love this one because it was, number 1, it was small, and number 2, I loved how dark it was, and number 3, I love the patchwork that someone did here. Look at this. So someone has busted this off, and someone came in and fixed it, and I mean, it's such a good fix. But I love the fact that they patched it. I think that's so cool, so interesting. You know, some lady must have broke her rolling pin and the husband took care of it for her. I love that. I love that. So, okay, so there's that. Let's see. Let's keep moving along here. Maybe I'll move you up here a little closer so you can see my my backdrop maybe a little bit closer. It's kind of interesting, and a lot of you haven't seen it in a while, and I change it all the time, always moving little things. Okay, I found these corbels. Corbels are so popular, and they're a little dirtier on the back side, a little chippier on the back side maybe than this side, so you could take your pick how you would want them. But these are a great size. Like, see from my face even, they're not huge. Like, some of the corbels are really, really huge. So these would do great. You know, a lot of people put them in your doorway. You know, you'll put it like that, or you can just put them up on a shelf with decor. You know, like up on a big cabinet, and then like your greenery. You know, obviously, you know, I use a lot of greenery, and it's all on my website, so you guys could go there. Okay, let me zip you on down here. So, I buy weird things, right? But I love it all, and it's very unique, and I think that's interesting to you guys too. What else? Oh yeah, I got my water bottle there in the sink, but okay. Remember, so now I'm going to talk to those of you that have followed me for a long time, and you know that every time we go to Springfield, there's the guy from England that taught me about mudlarking, and I love to listen to him. I love his accent. He's the nicest guy. He's an older fella, and he's got some connections in England from when he lived there before, and he does this thing that's called mudlarking. And you guys look it up on YouTube sometime. It's called mudlarking, M-U-D, and then L-A-R-K-I-N-G. And we watched it the first night we heard about it. We couldn't wait to get to our hotel room where we could check YouTube and see what the heck is he talking about. But you literally, and he told me how to pronounce the name, and I forget. Thames. I called it the Thames River, and that's not the right way. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's T-H-Y-M-E-S, I think, is how you read it. But like so these marmalade jars, all of these things, this crock here that is German actually, and then this old creamer, like all of this stuff is dug up. Oh, there's someone wrote me something. Hi, Genie. She likes weird. I do too. Oh my gosh, I think that's why you guys. Oh, thanks. Linda likes my finds. Okay, I'm getting some messages. Okay, here's what I do here on this page. Typically, I wait till we're all done, and then I answer your questions and things, just so that those of you that want to, get on with your day. That way, I'm not starting and stopping. So I'll go back through the messages when I'm done, unless my husband walks in. He went on a big golfing trip while we were gone, so he stayed an extra night. So anyway, so there's that. So I haven't seen him all weekend, but we'll both have a lot to talk about when he gets home. So, all right, let me show you this. So this is a piece that he had unearthed. I mean, that's what they call, they're unearthing, they're digging. And typically it'll be broken. Like, it's really rare to find pieces that are in great shape. This has a crack. Here's what I was talking about with the crazing. See, I don't know if you guys can see, don't look at my nails because I really haven't touched them since I've been home. But yeah, it's got little cracks and lines and things. That's called crazing. But yeah, can you imagine stumbling across something like this and dig, like you that love to seashell hunt like me, or look for sea glass, or pick up acorns or sticks in the woods, like, can you freaking imagine going and digging up something like this? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He has pictures. He's such an interesting guy. So it is on my bucket list to do this. And he said, if you want to plan a trip, we can plan a trip. Of course, I am not in any position to plan a trip right now, but I think he would do like a little expedition with us. What a dream. That would be such a big girl thing for me to do. I don't really go very far from home, and I'm a big chicken. So for me to do something, like I say, I really want to do it. I really want to do it. But the thought of actually really going there and doing it is like uncomfortable. Like, you know, going to another country and finding where you're going to stay. And, you know, I don't really know this person. Not that I'm fearful of it at all. I mean, he is awesome, but I don't know. It's just, but I really want to do it someday. I would say if any of the two girls I was with say, let's do it, I would do it if they did it with me. But for me to go, I probably wouldn't do it by myself. Anyway, I always get off track. I'm so sorry. So here's another piece, just a little one. And it's really in pretty good shape. And then here's like a little lid, I don't think the lid, oh, well, actually, no, this lid does not go with this. This is for potted meats, from a different company. I can't tell, but anyway, it fits perfect. It fits perfect. So I love it. These are a little pricey. I was hoping that maybe, down here. I thought maybe I could hook up with him and try to wholesale a little bit of it for you guys, because I know that you've been asking about it, and someone had beat me there. They had gone on Thursday on setup day, and they bought every piece of his marmalade jars and stuff, so I wasn't able to get any. And he was very busy. I didn't ask him for his info, but he has a box that I dig through with all of the broken pieces that don't make it. So here's this one that's broken, but the top is perfectly perfect. And so what I tried to do, this is the worst piece that I bought, but it's perfectly intact all the way around. And I meant to grab, I know right where it's at, but I'm not going to take the time to do it. But I have a little ironstone dish, just a little butter dish, but you could do it even in those, even in a small, I'll just show you this way. It's not ideal, but it should work. Let me get this out of my centerpiece. I have an awesome little centerpiece going on. And hopefully you saw that. I know I put it on here, but it's been on Instagram too. But so I took one of our small dough bowls and I filled it with buttons, right? So let me take, I'll leave the pumpkins in there because it's his this season. These are grocery store cash register number wheels that I've had forever. So here's one. So it's broken, it's chipped, but I tuck it down in, let's see, I'm gonna put it back here. But when you tuck it like that, you get all of, and I would put this in black, probably lentils, dried black lentils, so it really pops. But see, you don't even see that crack. That's what I do with these. So I went through the whole big box that he had. I could only find 6 pieces, but they were all like where they were broken on the side that I could tuck. This one's awesome. Look at this one. Isn't that awesome? So that one can tuck as well. I love the texture. I suppose, not the texture, but the texture of color, I guess. I don't know if it's like, maybe it was beside of a rusty old whatever, who knows? I need to research more, you guys. I'm just learning a lot of this. I mean, I've been doing it for a few years now, but I just try to teach you guys as I learn as well. Here's another one that had the crack on the bottom. Here's another one that had a crack, has a small chip on the top, but it's, I see some hearts. Thank you. Somebody likes these pieces. So yeah, I almost bought his whole tub, but a lot of them were really broken. And then here's another one. So I was really picky with what I took, but I had a whole handful of broken pieces. The lady behind me had like some Crocs and stuff, like ginger jars. He unearths regular bottles, but of course they're too expensive to craft with. And he gets the ginger jars, you know what that, like they look like Crocs, but they used to hold ginger beer in them. He gets those a lot of pipes. You find a lot, if you look up mudlarking or unearthing treasures in England, a lot of pipes from way back that used to be, they were disposable. You bought your pipe, it had the tobacco in it, you smoked it and done. You pitched it, right? They were litter bugs. And so anyway, they have buckets and buckets full of these porcelain kind of, I don't know that they're porcelain. This guy didn't have any of those, but I've just seen them. I follow some people on Instagram that actually, you know, I'm going to go see what I can find today. And they're tromping along with their big high mud boots and they live there, and their bucket, you know, to bring what, and I see them pull out bottles and pipes and tons of pipes. So, okay, let's keep going. I'm going to lose you. This was like the dumbest. Some things I buy that's like just so cool, but look at these little tiny antlers with part of the skull. I kept thinking I would craft them somehow. It's not, it's gross, but it's not super gross to me. Like, it doesn't have like the eye sockets and all of the teeth and all that. I think it's just, I don't know. And I love that one was bigger than the other, and you can get great big ones, and you can find all these antlers everywhere, but to have them all together, I know one year Julie found one and this part was covered in leather. It was so cool. But, and maybe I could try to do that. I don't know, but it was just cute. It was inexpensive. Sometimes these antlers can get pricey. So, anyway, that was my first little baby step into that. Here's another really cool thing I have found, you guys. And you may have this from Grandpa if you do, you're freaking lucky. But I've got this. This is an old razor. There's a slit in the side where the razor, yeah, you might be able to tell it right there. And the razor tucks into this. I'm so excited about this. I have a strap. I took up a conversation with a girl one time, and it's been years ago, and there was a leather strap, and it has metal on the top and bottom and a hook, and she was telling me how she remembered her grandpa sharpening her razor. As a little girl, she would stand there, and she said, I can remember standing there like swinging on the sink, you know, like looking up to the sink and just watching him, and he was sharpening his razor, you know, and he'd let her try and all that, and it was on that strap. And I said, how can you sell this? And she said, I know, but I have so much from my grandfather, I can't keep everything. But I thought that was so cool. Just her story and talking about it, she was precious, and I bought it. And she's like, I'm so glad someone's going to appreciate it. So I have this leather strap hanging in my guest bathroom by the sink with all the antique mirrors, but it looks kind of, I've always loved the story of it and her memory of it, but I know in my mind it looks kind of maybe not like the best decoration I have. So when I found this razor, I had to get it. So this is really a really old razor. And I mean, it's sharp, it's pretty sharp for how old it is. And I thought like, it's probably broken. It was probably all straight, but right now this is the only part that would work. I would say that it's got a hunk out of it, and that's why they didn't use it anymore. And I've not gone online to see if I could find any more, but can you imagine trying to shave your face with this? But it's legit awesome. So it's gonna look great. I finally found something to go with my leather strap, and quite possibly something else to start collecting. We'll see. But so anyway, love that. I always love when it's got metal and wood, obviously from the Humpty Dumpty egg crate and from those pictures and the shelf thing. And I just always love that. So, okay, here's another really, okay. So you strike up conversation with these dealers, right? I hope I don't go too long. I'm almost done. But so I found these things. I'm thinking pumpkin stem, right? Look how cool this is. Metal and wood. And then it's got this twisty thing, and it's got this sharp thing. And I'm like, well, I don't care about any of that. I'm interested in this. And I'm like, how much is this? Because nothing was priced. I hate that when they don't price their things. But anyway, he says, do you know what that is? Because he gave me the price. He says, do you know what that is? And I, of course, had no idea. Well, it was an old drill. As you slide this thing is spinning. I'm sure you can't tell because it's so small. But as I do this thing spins. And I told him that, I said, well, I kind of want it for a pumpkin stem. And I said, it would be awesome. But he's like, oh, I hate to hear that you're going to cut it up. And so then I kept thinking, you know, yeah, maybe I shouldn't cut it up. Well, my husband loves anything that is mechanical, like that's interesting. How does that work? He bought his very first antique piece he bought with me was an old chopper, and you would crank it, and the chopper that spins, as you crank it, the wheels all spin, and this big, not big, I mean, it's not big, but this drum spins, and then it's got a blade, and it chops up and down. And so he really liked that thing. And that was his very first and probably only antique thing he ever bought. But he bought that without me, so I was proud of him. But it's very cool. But he likes things that move and work. So he had a second one, and the tip on it is not broken. These unscrew, and you can change the tips out. And then again, it works the same way. This one's older. It doesn't have a metal piece in the middle, but it's really cool too. And he said this one was probably the better one, not because it wasn't broken, but because it was older. So there's the difference in the two. But I thought they were so awesome. So I won't do anything with them until, you know, my husband gets home and has a minute to unpack and relax, and then I'm gonna show him what I bought and see what he thinks. So we'll see if they'll end up pumpkin stems or tucked in our decor or out in his garage or whatever, who knows. But I got one for me and one for him if he if he wants to do that. So, okay. So, all right, let me show you this first. So when I see people do really creative things, I'm like, that is just so cool. So I think this woman did a fantastic job on this piece, and I've been excited to show you guys. However, I'm going to tweak it, and I told her that, you know, we talked about it, but so she purposefully left it like she did, or made it like she did so that it was changeable. But so she made, this is so cool. This is a roller skate, an old metal. You guys remember strapping these on your shoes and playing in the driveway in the old roller skates, right? And then a wood shoe. These are shoe molds for cobblers to make their shoes, and the sizes are stamped. Oh, let's see here. Here's the size. 2B, and then there's a 7. So I don't know what size that is, but there's always numbers stamped in them. This particular one has the signature. It has a signature here. Oh, this is the girl that made it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I just saw a signature. I didn't even see it. Nancy, what's her name? Nancy Thomas, it looks like it's her. Yes, Nancy Thomas, 2020. She made these this year. Oh, I love that. So Nancy is not on social media because I wanted to try and promote her and give you guys her link so that you could order one from her or whatever. But she's not on social media. Oh, that's so cool. I did not pay attention to the signature. Anyway, super great gal. And she said, well, I had these shoe molds and I had these roller skates, and they weren't together, but she said I kind of put them together and thought, oh, this is kind of, I'm onto something. So then she took some jewelry here. She added a rhinestone, and she added some, you know, blingies. This is reproduction stuff. This is actually an old piece. This is probably an old, let me see if I can tell. This is an old brooch. And then I didn't love her. This stuff is kind of peachy and kind of shiny. In person, it's a little peachy. But I did like, so she wanted you to put pictures in here. So this is like a different way to hold a picture. I probably won't do that. And I think this is something I'll probably put in with our craft papers for crafting. I will be doing a bundle of craft papers for you guys. Eventually, I've kind of been collecting some things, but I haven't done it yet. So anyway, that's in the works. But she just twisted the wire, added some beads. This bead's supposed to be, I bet you, down here. But I thought it was super cool idea. I know all of you are so creative. But yeah, so I got this. I don't know. I kind of want to play with it though. I want to change this out, maybe add my own thing to it and see it. I don't know. I just thought it was really creative, and I guess to support her, I wanted to buy one, and I knew you guys would get a real kick out of seeing it because I sure did, and I know you're all creative, so I got that. So then of course we're looking after you see something like that. You know, my friend Sherry was like, well, I'm just gonna make one, and I'm like, you won't, just get it. You won't make one. She's like, yeah, you're right, I'm gonna make all these things, and I never make any of it. So she got one too. But so when you see something like that, you think, oh, every time we saw a roller skate, we'd say, well, here's some skates, we could try it. Or here's some shoes, we could try it. Well, I always like the smaller shoes. Yeah, like that one hanging over. Oh, I'll show you, it's just right here. So I always like the small, everything's so much cuter when it's little. But I have like these little, like, see the difference? So these are actually pretty small, but I like this size better. In these old shoe molds. So I always keep a price on everything because I don't keep everything very long, and so I end up selling it eventually, but for a while I want to display it. So anyway, these are tap shoes. They're tap shoes. See the plates on the bottom? So I thought that was so cool. I had never seen tap shoes. I don't know why they would put tap shoes on shoe molds, and maybe they're not, but I've never seen the metal bases like that. So I thought that was really cool. And they had a pair in the same size. So of course I had to get this. Not that I'm gonna make the skate thing. I am absolutely not. That's for you guys, to inspire you guys to make your own. Something we are going to do, all three of us bought some of these railroad spikes. These. So we're digging through rusty, crusty, old, dirty railroad spikes to pick the ones we liked. These are the ones that I picked. Kind of curvy, kind of pitted and rusty. And we are going to try our hand at concrete pumpkins. I have always wanted to do concrete pumpkins, and I have 3 Instagram friends. Let's see, Living with Lady, The Vintage Porch, and Deb and Danelle, and they all 3 teamed up and they made them different ways. So we kind of watched that over the weekend, how they were making them, what they were doing. And so we all 3 bought 3, and we are going to be making some concrete pumpkins, and we've got to get her done in this month. So, or early October. So since we all did it, we will make sure that we all do it. We just have to pick the day and get the stuff and all of that. But we will let you guys know when we're going to do that. And I'll probably, I thought we were talking, I'd probably do it in my little group. Because I always try to do like my best crafty stuff over there. It's $15 a month. So I know a lot of people ask to join for free because I know there are so many free groups. But a lot of times I buy things just to make, to show you guys in this group because I'm inspired. And I just feel like you get so much out of it. $15 a month. I would be happy to get some of the back scoop of some of the things that are made. And I know there's so many free groups. So if you're looking for a free group, they're everywhere. But I do have just a very small group. There's only like 25 of us in there. It's a little group and I love it in there. And I don't think too many people are going anywhere. It's been a great little group. So anyway, hopefully they want to stick around with me because they encourage me as much as I encourage them. And we kind of like it small and not big and crazy. So anyway, all right. So here's the next thing that I collect. Those of you that have been with me for a long time know that, again, back to that nautical mess that I bought for that oar that I really think I'm going to love, is old wooden bobbers. Very hard to find them in good shape. And when you do, sometimes they're quite expensive. Oh shoot, my best one's upstairs. Anyway, I'll show you what I have here. I was kind of messing around with it. So this one's not great. This one's not great. It's okay. This one's great. Okay, these 2 are all right. But what I thought I'd do is start a bowl of old ones. He sold me the whole group. I didn't really want the whole group. This one's pretty cool. But again, not my colors right. I mean, obviously, see, it doesn't quite work for me, but I love that they're all old and antique. And I think that someday in a big, they called apothecary jars, like the big ones, like just to have a whole collection of bobbers in there would really be cool up on a cabinet. So I'm kind of building. So these ones that I don't love kind of get thrown in a little grouping downstairs in a dough bowl for someday. Someday they'll be the star, but right now they're not. But this, let's see, this one here was probably my favorite. This one was my favorite. This is the one that, is this the one that kicked it all off? I think it was. Some guy had this one. This one is the most awesome one. And it's just a wooden bobber. You can see how chippy and yucky. And absolutely love it. And I was expecting him to say about $30 on this. And guess what he said? $1. $1. Yeah. So my very best bobber for me of the day. Now Julie, there's another one Julie liked better. And it was $20. They're expensive. So then I've got the, let's see. Yeah, I got these 2 because I thought they would hang really well together. I thought I had another one too. I don't know, but I thought they would hang really well together as like a, I got my sticker on there, but like a grouping. Oh, there he comes. So, but this one is better than you can, there. It's better. It's not as white as it looks. Isn't that funny how the lighting is? And then I got these 2 little, look at this little one. So cute. And then this one. So I did hit the bobber jackpot. I don't know what got into me with all this nautical stuff. Oh, here's my other good one. I knew I had another one. You could tell I had something else lurking. Here it is. Here's the other one that I loved. Oops. Oh. Okay, here it is. Dropped it. Isn't that awesome? It's awesome. And this whole bottom is rubber. It's super cool. Anyway, let's see. I got some old, these old gaming balls. They have numbers on them. Like there's a number 7 you can see, and they're super old. So I got a bag of those to display again in my little dough bowls. I'm always looking for things for the dough bowls. Love that. I got a couple more things, but it sounds like my husband's home. So I got this money bag from Columbus, Ohio. I'm gonna stuff it like a pumpkin. I'm gonna see what happens. I'll let you guys know. I'm probably gonna do that in my group, but I'll post a picture of it finished. And then one of my treasures, one of my very favorite treasures, is this duck decoy. I love this thing. What did he call it? He had a name for it. I can't remember. But it's got the rusty hook at the bottom. And it's just because it's small. Typically they're a lot bigger, but the color, look how the color is just perfect for my house. So love this duck. I got a big hanging scale. I'm gonna have to show you guys later because he's home and his friend's gonna be on heading to the airport. So I wanna be able to say hi, and I didn't get to read your questions, shoot. Let's do that. What do I have left? A hanging scale and this great big fish thing I bought. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Oh gosh, there's a lot of messages. Let's see. More notices that people are watching. Oh, here he comes. Hello. Hi, honey. There's Debbie saying, did he just leave?
No, he's here.
Okay, all right. And Lori, hi Lori. Hey you guys, I'm sorry I'm not gonna be able to answer. How about, if anybody has a question, I'll make a point after John leaves, I'll make a point of typing in and answering you guys that way if that's okay. And you'll have to just go back and catch the, oh my glasses are so dirty. Hey Sylvia, let's see here. It's telling me a lot of you are watching. You got your dough bowl? Oh, Connie, good. Aren't they great? They're so great. Hi, Rochelle. Hello. Your son went to Humpty Dumpty Nursery School. Oh, how cool is that? That's so cool. Let me see. Yeah, I love that little box thing. I think that's awesome. Let's see. What else we got going on here? A lot of people watching today. Thanks, Rochelle. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have any questions. First time watching. Oh, Julie, it's kind of a silly video, but I do a lot of antiquing, and when I get done, people like to see what I got. So that's all I'm doing is showing them the things that I got and what I'm going to do with them. Thanks, Rochelle. Anyway, so we just wanted to say hi. Thanks, Vicki. I knew I should have jumped on this a little bit sooner. He told me he'd be home in an hour, and I was trying to get things cleaned up before he came home. I didn't hide anything though. That's big. There is one thing. Let me show you while he's not here. This is my crazy buy. This is my someday. I got this fish. I love it. I love this thing. I don't know why I bought it. I schlepped this thing all the way to the park. Look at all the detail work in the wood. I don't know what got into me. This is a buyer's remorse, but I still love it. The problem is I have nowhere to put it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I wasn't drinking. I kept saying I bought a fish and I wasn't even drinking. Like, I don't know why I bought this, but I love it. It's for my someday house on a lake somewhere for my dreams. And I love it, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep it. So I try to get like both my girlfriends, like, you guys got bigger houses than I do. You want to put them in your house until I get a nice house? They didn't want it. So anyway, yeah, that's my crazy. I probably need to hide him. If I hide anything from my husband, I'm gonna hide the fish. I kept saying all day, I bought a fish. Why did I buy a fish? I like it though. It's so weird. It's so not me, but I love it. Isn't that funny? I know I'm so weird. I am so weird, you guys. I don't even know why you're watching me. Remember using the cutter in school? Yes, Vonnie. Yeah, I think I caught your message there. I can't believe I bought a fish. Of all of the stuff that I got, I don't care about showing him any of it. But that fish, I'm a little nervous. Just to be honest. if I get in trouble for anything, it'll be the fish. Because he doesn't like when I buy big things. because obviously I don't have anywhere to put it. Because my whole house basically looks like this. Oh, I'm going to be in trouble when he sees the fish. He will never watch, as long as I've had this video on, he will never watch all the way through. Never, ever. He'll never see the fish. Shh. Don't tell him. Let's not talk about the fish. I had 4 Corbels. Oh, you had to leave the Corbels in North Dakota with your brother. Oh, well, at least he has them. I love the Corbels. They're so interesting. Hi, Linda. You like weird things too. The more rusty it is, the better. That's right, Genie. I'm with you. I'm with you. Isn't that funny though? And I used to be very Victorian, all hand painted and dainty, and it's crazy how you change. Thank you, Debbie. You like different things too, Pam. Well, stick around with me. Not everybody has a big fish like mine. Hi, Genie. Thank you. Bonnie loves it. Thank you. Some cracks in your pottery, insert pieces and stacking under books. Absolutely, Patty. Love you. Something for your bucket list for sure. Absolutely, Penny. Cannot wait. I would love to go in a hot. Me too, Jane. I'm just a little chicken, but I would do it because I want to do it so bad. Yes, Gail, I did make the lampshade. I make tons of lampshades. Stick with me. I'll show you. But yeah, that's a favorite. I've kept that for a long, long time. Yes, Jeannie, come shopping with me. It's the most fun. Catching a bit right now. You have to catch the rest. Sure, Dee Dee. I always enjoy all your comments and texts. She messages me a lot. Let's see here. There's Julie. Do you have a video how you do your bottles? I do. I have lots of videos, hundreds of videos. So you would just have the best way is probably to try on YouTube to look at my page, Tammy Loves Vintage. It's TAMI on my YouTube page, and you can shop or search through the videos there. It would be perfect for something. Yeah. Oh, you watch. I'll figure it out. Looks better than some of the heads hanging up. Yes, that's right. I just thought for Christmas time, I love the antlers at Christmas for the reindeer. Isn't really what I use them for. Yes, I wish my videos would go long, or I'd take you and show you the leather strap and all that. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yes, it's a drill, Genie. That's right. That is what he said. It is an awesome drill. Thank you. I thought so too. Handheld type. Yes, I'm anxious to show him that. Actually, I'll go show his friend too. We use those for your projects. Cool. Yeah, me too. I'm planning on doing some projects here. Can't wait to do those pumpkins though. Those are going to be, a couple of them had fails, but I'm hoping to learn from their disasters because they tried again until they got it right. So we're hoping to get it right. Thank you guys. Thanks, Bonnie. Thank you. Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, let's see. If you have a large army surplus store near you, you should go. Amazing. Oh, yeah. I didn't think, we used to. I don't know that we have one anymore. It's been gone for years. You're very welcome. Yeah, I did a really awesome lampshade for the military uniform for a sister for her brother for a gift with their dad's uniform. It was beautiful. All the things match. You even match today. I do match today. You're right, Bonnie. It is a big fish. Oh my gosh. Yes, I want to hang my bobbers there. I started to tell you I have fishing reels too, just not very many, but just the ones that have the look that aren't too expensive. And then I wire the bobbers and hang them in little clusters with the reels. And I know I've shown you all of these things before, but I have a lot of new people. You love the fish, Penny. Thank you. It takes a real friend to say that, right? I love your lives. You collect antiques and you're interesting. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Tell him the fish is for him. Oh, Patty, that's a hoot. No, he will know better than that. The thing is, we found a fish up at Lake Erie. We were up there for our vacation last week, and it was $275. I really wanted that fish, and it was all chippy paint. It was an old sign, and I was saying, "Oh, can't you see it in our house someday?" He's like, "No, you're not getting it." And I would never pay that much for it. That's a lot, so I would never pay that much. But well, I can't never say never. I might have. I really liked it. So I think when I saw this fish, it was even better. It was more neutral colors because the paint colors wouldn't have matched my house anyway. But yeah, I think that's what just was like, oh my God, I gotta have it. So I don't know. Impulse. It was an impulse. So, okay, you guys, I think I've answered everybody. I think I've shown you everything I wanted to show you. So I'm going to go say hi to my husband. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.